Listen, stop letting things ruin your day. I, out of all people, have benefited most from this because it was something easy to do. It was easy to just sit there and harp on something, replay it a million different ways from a Sunday off in my head, and just consume me from the day. In fact, I guess one plus side is with me taking a lot of things back to myself to see how things could have been done differently, what hand I had in things. It allowed for some topics on this channel. But when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about small little insignificant things that they're one and done. They're there's not really anything to discuss about them other than it was just a moment in time where it made you mad. It, they may not even be issues that you would need to even have to address with somebody, because I'm just saying they're that small, and you're blowing them up and you're making them larger than what they are, and you've rehashed it time and time again in your head, and then you're telling the people that's closest to you, and you're just like reliving that small little moment in time that really really didn't deserve all of the energy that you're giving it, and it's consumed your day. This really affects us internally. And keep in mind, the reason why I have to point out and talk about it being, small, insignificant things is because usually people that focus on this stuff, or they pay a lot of attention to the details, and they blow them up like they do, like me using myself as the example. These things can spoil your whole day. When with other people, it'd just be like, what? And they would just like move on. But this is for people who may not be able to, process this or deal with this. Now, this is completely different from addressing some trauma or something that you truly need to talk about. I'm talking about the small stuff. I know you heard that saying, don't sweat the small stuff. Well, we're talking about the small stuff. We're talking about the small stuff that really is excuse me, it's neither here nor there on this side of the fence or the other, and excuse me, it's ruined your day. This is one of the reasons why I quit sharing. Again, we're talking about small stuff, insignificant things where they're not going to repeat, or maybe I just need to find a better way to deal with them. I don't even share these small little details when I'm going home, or I'm talking, with my family up about them, because I ain't trying to relive them. I'm not trying to even relive them. I mean, 10 minutes after they occur, try to, do what I can up off in that moment to be as professional as possible, and move on with it. I don't want to repeat it. It's not worth giving time to. These are the type of things that I'm talking about, to where you let them go on and on and on, and they build up and they ruin your day. The only person ruining your day is you by thinking about it time and time again. This situation couldn't possibly ruin your whole day unless it's following you around. But it's not following you around because it was a moment in time on something that happened and you won't put it down. I know, because I've done it. Carried it around. Let these small little insignificant things ruin my day. So I got to put a microscope on it to let you know how asinine it sounds to even put this much thought into some of these things. Of course, I go down a rabbit hole of coming up with a bunch of different examples of things that may occur. Some things, it may not even have anything to do with a particular person. They're just things that happen. I ain't in the mood for it, so it's gonna ruin my day. How's that fair to me? Think about it. Think about on what you're lending time to and unnecessarily giving energy over to things that aren't even in your control. And on some of these insignificant things, they're things that happen to everybody, and it just, happened to you on this day. You didn't want to have to deal with it. So it ruins your day. Don't let things ruin your day, steal your joy. That's the topic of this video. Think about it. if it's something that I can do something about it, especially in, making sure I don't repeat that, then hey, I'm gonna go ahead and process that. Let's move on up with it. Because now, when you're talking about larger things, if you're talking about just putting it up under the rug, now you're talking about tucking away some trauma, and it's gonna come back to bite you in the end. That ain't what we're talking about. We talking about ruining your day off insignificant things. Don't let it happen. Stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me on my other social media: Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. Obviously, I'm on YouTube. This is where I'm hosting my videos at. Hit that subscribe button. Stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. I'm Aim. Y'all have a good one.